Today here on Blue Shift Ministries, we're going to talk about coexistence. It's fiction. There's no such thing as coexistence. We as human beings barely can coexist with each other because we have differences, whether it's based on ignorance, selfishness, the 7 deadly sins. So it's not going to work. Many people say, well, hey, I could believe in this religion and my neighbor down the street believes in that religion and we get along. No, you don't. Quite frankly, if you live up the street and your neighbor lives down the street, that just says that you just can't stand each other. That's what that really says. That doesn't say coexistence. That just says, as long as she's on her side of the block and I'm on my side and we don't bother me, no, I'm good. That's not called coexistence. That's called imaginary friendship. That's called imaginary acquaintance. That's called not being bothered. It doesn't exist. We have to start being realistic here. We have a jealous God. Do you know what that means? Jehovah Jireh is a jealous God. That means he's not going to share us with anyone else. That means he doesn't even want us to coexist with anyone else but him and those who believe in him. That's what that means. So if we have a jealous God and someone who's being false, fake, phony, believing in another God, believes in another God, that means that's a selfish God. So a jealous God versus a selfish God, who do you think is going to win here? The jealous God, of course, because the jealous God is the real God. Any other God that's not Jehovah Jireh is not real. And you could, I'm sure I'm going to receive criticism for this. You could be critical of me all you want. Anyone else who believes in anything else is a demon. You're not believing in the true God. And thus you cannot coexist. The friends you have in that half-baked religion that you're believing in is more than likely people who are just kissing up to you. They're just kissing your ass. They're not your friends. How can you know what friendship is if you don't know who the real God is? How can you establish friendship when you really don't have a friend when God, Jehovah Jireh, is our friend? How can you say you're a real person? You say many people hear many times say, oh, I'm real, I'm this, I'm that. Well, how do you know if you are real? If you don't believe in the real God. So everything you are believing in, to all those who believe in another God, everything that you're doing, believing in, is a big fat waste of time for everyone. You're not real. Father don't see you. Nobody see you. That false, fake, phony God don't see you. You don't see you. Only Jehovah Jireh sees you. And he frowns on those who don't believe in him. He frowns on those who are not of his glory. A jealous God will never share. And let's be honest, we don't want to share our treasure either. So we're just as guilty as Father. And I think that's the way he wants us. He wants us to be just like him. We have to mirror Father. We are of his image. We have to protect that image, be like that image, live like that image, walk like that image, breathe like that image, talk like that image. We are of his image. And we have to be just as protective as he is with ourselves. Believe in Jesus always. Amen.